Hello web family, welcome back to my channel for Web by Mosley, where we take our time, teach a design, and have fun while we're doing it. Today we're going to have some fun and create this beautiful centerpiece you see right here. I'm going to teach you how to make this centerpiece from start to finish. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe below, and let's get into the video.
Wedding and events and decor is what we love. So I think that you should follow us. Cause we gon' take our time and help you learn design. So ring the bell cause we do it well. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Alright, now that we did all the preparation for today's centerpiece, I'm going to just go over some of the other items that we need in order to execute. So we have our gold sprayed hula hoop, our gold sprayed wooden plate. You will need a hammer, some scissors, some nails, maybe about 6 to 8 nails. You will need some of these, I don't know why I always forget the names of items, zip ties. Some zip ties, a knife. I use this as a wire cutter, a pair of pliers, some foam. These are some brown dry pampas, some artificial flowers, a cut pool noodle. You just need 2 small pieces. And then my handy dandy glue gun. So those are all of the materials you will need. I will, as always, put a list of these materials in the description of this video. That way you can just jot down the list when you do your own shopping. And then we can go ahead and get started. The first thing we're going to need to do is create the base for our centerpiece. And we'll do that by taking our gold hoop and our wooden plate. And we'll need to nail the hoop to the plate in order to make sure it's nice and secure. And so I'll put the other materials to the side while I demonstrate that. Okay, so we just place our nail in the center of the hula hoop. We take our hammer. And so I like to use at least 3 or 4 of these nails, again, just to make sure it's nice and secure. So I'm going to take another nail, repeat that step. I think one more will do the job. All right, so I believe this is nice and secure and ready for us to move on to the next step. And so I'll put this hammer out the way. And for our next step, we are going to add some of this floral foam to the base of our centerpiece. And what I'm going to do is we're going to turn it to the side so I can kind of show you. So I'm able to measure out my floral foam. If you see that it is hanging over the side a little bit, Now, although this will be covered in flowers, I don't want to, you know, have it hanging over, make it unbalanced. So what I do is I'll do it on this side and then I'll turn it around and show you. Is I just take my knife and create a little slit. Not sure if you can see that. So it's like a little slit right here at the base. And then I use that as a marker for where I'm going to cut the excess foam. Like so. And then I'll just repeat that step to the other side. Use my knife, mark a slit, and then cut my foam. All right, and now I can put that to the side as well. Okay, and so each piece of the floral foam is going to go on both sides of my base. And I want this to also be secure. And so that's where my glue gun comes in. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. 3 strips is all it takes. All right. And I do need to refill my glue gun. So let me go ahead and get another one. I just wanted to show you this right quick. If you ever watch Barney and you know he has the Barney bag where he keeps everything in it, I call this the Barney bin, because I literally have everything in this bin that I would possibly need when I go on events. So I take this with me everywhere I go. It has my scissors, it has my fishing wire, it has my hooks, it even has some antibacterial wipes. I have some candles, I have string, battery, I have my lighters, markers, rubber bands, like anything that I think that I could possibly need is in this bin. All right, so I need another piece of glue and I have that here. And so I'm just gonna repeat that step. Place some glue on the bottom of my foam. And just as another quick tip, the part that I cut, where it's not, you know, not as smooth as the other side, that's the part that I have on the inside. So both of those are facing each other. Like so. So now they are secure as well. And we have the base for our centerpiece. So that was very simple. All right, and so now I'm gonna get started with filling in my base with my hydrangeas. I love to use these a lot. If you watch my video for the backdrop that I made, I use these hydrangeas, and I mentioned how having artificial flowers, you are able to use them multiple times, and this is an example of that. So I used it then, now I'm done with that, use them for the next project. So that's why I love to keep these handy. And another tip I mentioned was the day of my event, I will add in fresh flowers. So I'll add fresh flowers in to make it even fuller, to give it more of a realistic effect, and to give it that sweet, sweet flower smell. Like, I just love when you go into an event and it just smells like fresh flowers, or you go into a wedding and it just smells like fresh flowers. It's just awesome. So I'll do that on the day of my event. And so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and use these and fill it into my foam. Make sure when you cut any of your artificial flowers, you leave a little piece of the stick in order for it to go in your foam nice and secure. All right. My husband mentioned to me that when I'm recording videos and DIYs, I say all right a lot. And so I'm trying not to say it, but I think it's actually making me say it more. So I'm sorry if I just have a full video of just me saying all right, all right, all right. Okay. Let me try to say that sometimes. Okay, so once I went and filled around the base with my hydrangeas, I'm going to begin to fill the top of the foam. Okay, all of my hydrangeas are in. The base is completely full. The next step I'm going to do is start adding in my pretty colorful flowers. If you saw from the video earlier, I found these at Walmart. I honestly was not going into Walmart looking for flowers because I do have some already. However, I saw these and just thought they looked so amazing. Like, I just couldn't pass them up. And so because they were similar to the color scheme of the event I had this weekend, I just had to have them. Let's see here. Okay. And so I'm just gonna stick them in as well. And this is where our, I think I called it pliers earlier. I'm not even sure that's what it's called. Are these pliers? I'm not sure, but we're gonna call them flower cutters because that's all I use these for. And so we're just gonna cut, making sure we leave a little bit of that stick. And again, just place it inside. I do love some of this greenery. I'm gonna make sure I have that as well. Keep that element. Okay, just want to take a look at it because I have it facing you guys. And bring this over here. Add one more of these pretty flowers. Take a look at that. Pretty. Okay. And so our next step will be to take our pool noodle, and you want to, you don't need it that long, and then you want to cut a slit down the middle. So I just cut a little bit of the pool noodle, cut a slit down the middle, and I'm just going to put it directly on to my centerpiece. You see right now it can move up and down, which is a good thing, so you can kind of play around with it after the fact. But we want it a little bit more secure than that because the day of our event we will be transporting it. You don't want it moving too much. And so that's where I take my zip ties to tighten them up. A little tip, these zip ties, I always find them in the hardware section in the dollar store. A bag of these zip ties are $1, but I also do have some longer, thicker, heavy duty ones, but those I tend to use when I'm hanging up a backdrop, so I don't want to use it on, you know, little things like that. But the issue with these are they are small, and so you see they don't wrap around things that are like this wide. They don't fit. So what you can do is just take 2 of these. Let's see, did I do it right? No, I didn't. Let's see if I can get this. Of course, when I'm trying to teach you something, it doesn't want to work. Try again. There we go. So you just put 2 together and just use them how you would typically use it. So like I said, I grab them whenever I see them at the dollar store. I have bags and bags of them because you'll always need them. But if they're ever too short, just put 2 together, 3 together, whatever length you need. And they'll work just as good as the ones that are expensive. All right, great. So now that we have our pool noodle nice and secure, we're going to begin to fill the pool noodle up as well. So let me just grab some more of my flowers. And now we're just going to fill in the pool noodle. Sorry if you can't see me, but I'm here. If you find that your the stick is a little too long and it's like poking through, just cut it a little shorter. All right. And then same thing I did for the bottom. I'm going to add in my florals that have the color. Adding one to the back. And I'm going to add a light one to the front. Just trying to make sure that they both look the same. So I'm just comparing this design to the one I made earlier. Okay. All right. Okay. And last but not least, our final step is just to add in our pampas. And again, I'm just comparing it to the other one I made earlier. Even though they're going to be on 2 different tables, kind of want to still make your design unison. And so what you're going to do is just stick your pampas directly inside the side of the pool noodle. And so I'm going to do it on both sides of the one I have on top. I love these pampas as well because they're another element that I can use over and over again. in different designs. If the stick is too long or is not going in as smoothly, you can always cut it to make it a little shorter. All right. We are all done. It turned out so good. You cannot tell me that these don't look expensive, because they do. But thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today for this DIY centerpiece tutorial. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe below. Make sure you turn your post notifications on. That way you won't ever miss a post. Make sure you like and comment. I want to know what you liked about this video, what you may not have liked about this video. And then if you have the opportunity to try these centerpieces at home, please tag me in your photos, tag me in your videos. We are a family. I want to see how you did. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
And subscribe. Subscribe. Yeah.